Well, I've been with Patrice and Associates for a relatively short time. In fact, we just concluded our 2-week training session last week. So been with the family just a few months, went through training the last 2 weeks, started the office this week for a couple days and came back down for this conference. So just a short while, but been going well so far. Well, I decided to join Patrice and Associates. I actually have a business partner, so it was a collective decision. We were looking at opportunities and other franchise companies, and we came to realize that Patrice and Associates was really something that we could get behind. Firstly, the industry. We have experience with some very high-end, customer-centric concierge work, but specific to working with restaurants and dining arrangements, things like that. So we were familiar with the industry from afar. But then secondly, it was really the nature of the work, and where recruiting can be a lucrative business, it was also something that could positively impact people. So as opposed to some of the other franchise businesses out there who might be, just as or more lucrative, this had the potential to really get people involved in working with individuals to make everyone better off, ourselves and obviously the candidates and our clients included. So the training here, fresh in my mind, just a few days outside of the training, but our 2 weeks were pretty intense, very comprehensive every day. Myself, my partner, and we actually brought 2 recruiters with us. We had a team of 4, all going through the training simultaneously. We all learned, firstly about recruiting. We didn't have much experience with that, so the recruiting side training was very robust, gave us a good picture of what's all involved, things we did not even think about or really have perspective on from the recruiting side, as well as for myself and my partner, how to run the business and how to effectively manage our recruiters, work through client development, and really try to balance our time. And my situation with my partner, we are really trying to be smart with how we work and how we divide. So I had a lot of interest in the client development side of the training. Our recruiters had some great experience with the recruiting side of the training and the technical, how you do the job. So overall, that first week was intense, a lot of information to absorb, a lot of long nights practicing, and then the second week we really dove into it and had some on-the-job training and were able to really get into it and really try it out for ourselves. Support system here has been very good, very comprehensive. Brian, we've spoken with every week leading up to coming down to training. Patrice was, of course, great to meet in the very beginning, and then during training it was just great to watch her in action. She's, very, very knowledgeable and very helpful, and watching her do the job and perform the tasks was super informative there. The whole team at the corporate office have been great. Brian, Ivy, Donovan, they've all been very responsive, very receptive, and really have been there for us when we had those clarification questions, and have also pushed us to make our own decisions and go with our gut and take responsibility as well. So a good balance of not too much hand holding while still being supportive. So my advice to new franchisees, I think, is just to keep an open mind, really approach the system from an open and responsive way of looking at it, because you always have preconceived notions or thoughts creep up of how you want to do things, how you want to run things, but you got to give it a shot first, and the franchise system exists for you to take advantage of, and really follow the system, do it by the book, and see where it gets you to start, because you don't know what you don't know until you're doing the job. So it's really something to keep an open mind and be willing to try something the way it's laid out for you, as opposed to really trying to change it in the beginning. So I have a background in business, and right out of college I began working for a concierge company. We did some very high-end, high-level, high-touch customer service for some of the wealthiest people in the country. Really worked with vendors, restaurants to satisfy people's needs. So personally, I had years and years of experience pretty much exclusively in this customer-centric customer service space. I learned a lot about what it takes to keep people happy, customer satisfaction. I even did analytics, consulting, some digital work as well. But my experience has always been around service and the service industry. So that really kind of transitioned into this new position where, though I have no experience with recruiting, I know what it looks like to have a service-centric individual, a candidate who is really going to go that extra mile on the service side, and really identify people who know how to accomplish that great service and that great experience that ultimately our clients, our restaurants and hotels, they're looking for in the people that they staff. So I personally have set some pretty high goals. We have opened our office in Bedford, Massachusetts. We're running a staff already of 4, including myself. So we are really looking to become the premier recruiting staffing for restaurants and hospitality in our region in New England. Really motivated to build our business the right way by helping people, building a good, solid reputation, really developing clients in our areas, working with those wide ranging concepts and national clients, as well as local and even some of the premier and high-end restaurants that we're used to working with in the past. So we have some pretty lofty goals and have set ourselves up as far as our office and our team going forward to really try to reach those goals by growing aggressively, building our client base, and really keeping that solid reputation of sourcing great candidates and building those relationships with both the candidates we're placing and the clients that we're helping.